anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitated. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right side to Lazard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Dolphins force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucks and Cards from Glendale.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
The Dolphins had 8-6 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
We're scoreless after 1.
Ready. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Flushed out right.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
This is Lazard with a catch out left. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
Touchdown, Packers.
Robert Tunyon.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive.
He's got a man complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2 and now on first down. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On first down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Tua going to throw. Forced out to his left. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Hey, green. Red. Ready?
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And some room to run now.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Dean Lowry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Sanders' kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. Happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Rodgers going to throw. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers.
Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 44, Rodgers.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing.
Touchdown, Packers!
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Come on.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, hut.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
63 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready?
2nd down, Gaskin. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Hey, check mega.
Now Mostert. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now. Red, yellow. Ready.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Racey McMath,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. Now it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
No. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Check pink. Go.
In motion, Hill. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Set, ready.
This is Mostert. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Buying and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
And this one too low.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Rodgers.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Ultra. Check smash.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now